Hi folks, welcome to Greg's Workshop. I'm Greg and today we're going to finish building this outfeed table / workbench. The next step is to build the actual outfeed table itself. I've already cut everything to length off camera and here I am ripping it down to proper width. Building this level is basically the same as building the bottom level. The only difference is that the legs have to be secured. I'm using pocket hole screws, my pocket hole jig, that's what's securing it to the bottom layer. Then I put the cross pieces on, clamp everything in place, and screw it in.
Got this cut, see how it fits. Should be 48 by 32. Slightly larger than that. Oh, I see. Well, I made a small mistake, but that's okay. It'll work. It's going to overhang up there just a little bit, but I think that'll be all right. It's pretty much done. There's two more things I want to do. I'll do those tomorrow because it requires me to go to the store. But in the meantime, let's rip a 2x6 just for fun.
The first detail we need to take care of is electrical. If you remember my review video from the SawStop, it only has a 6-foot cord. That's just not enough. In fact, even just to stretch to that wall, there's a plug right back there. Anyway, stretch to that wall, it won't even, from this distance, won't even hit the floor. It just sort of hangs in suspension in midair. It's not good for the cord, it's not good for that plug, and it's certainly not good for safety. So what I got is I put together this. Got a metallic box, a pair of duplex outlets, some 12-3 cord, so good for 20 amps, and this cord end. You'll notice here, there we go, you'll notice that it's not your standard 15 amp plug, it's actually a 20 amp plug. All the outlets in the shop are 20 amps, so that'll work just fine. I wanted to make sure I could pull a full 20 amps through here with multiple machines if I needed to. At some point in the future, I intend to install a router lift right about here. Very important, get all your grounds connected. So I've got ground from the wire coming in, got ground to the box, very important, and then grounds to each of these two outlets. Then you can just kind of fold it all up and push it in there. Item number 2, I forgot to put the cross brace in the middle of this. It's a little bouncy. I put a straight edge across it. It's actually sagging a little bit already, so we'll fix that real quick. The next detail is this edge. Looks unfinished, doesn't protect the MDF, just doesn't look great. When I bought this house, there were shelves all kind of built into the stud cavities, you know, like you find on a lot of old garages and shops. The wood was this really tight grained 1x fir, and I still have some. Haven't done anything with it. Look at that. Look at that grain. God, you can hardly even see it. Anyway, we'll rip this down to a couple of 4-inch wide pieces for the edges. And I've got a little piece here we'll rip down for the end and get that tacked on. So I'm putting the cut edge up. On these I have a painted side and then just a, we'll call that a patinaed side. I thought about sanding these down and doing a finish along with the top. I'll do the finish on the top, but I think I'm just going to leave this nice patina, kind of an ode to the history of the building. For a finish, I'm going to be using shellac. Why shellac? I don't know. Because it soaks in, I guess. I don't know. The guy on Shop Nation used it on his, so why not? I'll give it a good stir. Get to painting. Shellacking, if you prefer. The last step before I can really call this project done is to build a drawer to hold all these accessories. And that drawer is going to go right there for easy access when I'm using the table saw.
I have the scrap piece of birch that I'll be using for the bottom, and some scrap 3/8 fir plywood that I'll use for the sides. I'll make our cuts using a handheld circular saw. And finish with the jigsaw.
So this will be the drawer bottom. This is all going to get covered with foam, so I'm going to leave the sticker side up so that if I ever look at it from underneath, there's there's no sticker. So it's a little oddly shaped just to fit the space. The overhang in front there where the table saw sits is about 12 inches deep. So this is 11 to give room for, clearance around the edge and sides and all that. There's a little cutout in there where I can get a little bit extra space. Obviously this is going to be covered at full extension, but the drawer is going to be pretty deep, like that deep. So I think it'll be fine. I will be able to see and reach whatever I need to. Let's get the sides put on.
Type-on 3 and brad nails.
So they say the difference between a good craftsman and a great craftsman is how well you cover up your mistakes. I made a mistake here. I cut this just a little bit too short, this piece here. It's just maybe, I don't know, 3/32 of an inch, something like that. So what I've got is 2 popsicle sticks. Wasn't long enough together, so I cut angles so it'll fit about like that. What we're going to do is when I put this side panel on, these pieces are going to slide right in there. I'm going to tack the panel over, then I can trim off the front. Nobody will know, unless they watch the video. So one of the problems of doing that is that the popsicle stick was sticking out like that. I couldn't tell if this was flush down here at the corner because this is obviously wobbly a little bit. So I just trimmed that popsicle stick real quick, and it is indeed flush, so we can go on with our nailing. And then lastly, we'll put this other little, oh, that's not it. Put this other little slice of popsicle stick in here. Get everything pulled straight. Yeah, we got a double tap. That's all right. Easy enough to fix.
From there, we just cut and assemble each side piece as we go.
And there's the completed drawer carcass. Let's get some slides put on. Hey, come here. Look at the camera. My helper woke up and came out in his jammies to help me build, right? Yeah? Right.
What are you building now?
I'm building this drawer to go with this bench.
Why are you building a drawer with a bag?
Well, because I want to have a drawer to store things. This drawer's complete. Got the carcass, got the slides, got some mounting blocks. Next, I need to drill holes for the screws that are going to hold these mounting blocks up to the frame. So you can see I've got some spots drilled, or spots marked rather. I'm just going to drill those out real quick. I'm going to use my my step bit from the pocket hole jig. I've got it marked for depth because I'm going to be using those same screws. Boy, I that up. Damn it. Wow. Wow. I really screwed that up. My measurements were so far off. That's yikes. Boy, how am I going to fix that? I have to rebuild the drawer. I have to cut the whole thing in half. How did I do that? Well, so I'll figure it out. All right, try this again. That's better. Not perfect though. Got an overhang. Third try. I think I got it figured out this time. I haven't even pre-fitted it yet before I do it on camera, so this is 100% real. Oh yeah, yeah, I like the way that looks. Cool. Let's see here. I'll do a little of that action. A little of that action. That'll hold it long enough to get screwed in. So I already started the screws here on the edges. Make just a slight adjustment here. Right about there. Come over to this side. Looks pretty good. Think it'll open? Oh, look at that. Look at that. Beautiful. Except for that part. I'm not sure what that's all about. Oh, there we go. Just went in a little crooked. All right. We're good. Get a front on that. For the drawer front, we're going to be using that old 1x1 some more. Get it all lined up properly on the sides and on the bottom. Pretty good side to side. Feels just about right. On the bottom looks good on the top. Maybe close. Put it right about there. Just going to use these two screws temporarily. To hold it on and in place. Then we're going to come in from the inside with some other screws. That way we don't have exposed screws showing on the outside. Could use brads too, but I think the screws are going to be a little more stable, a little stronger. Now that we have the drawer front secured, we can pull these two screws right here. I'm going to counterbore inside here for the screws for the handle, just because they're not quite long enough. Then we'll put the handle on. Could use a power tool for this. I'd recommend using a hand screwdriver. Way too easy to over torque these little threads with a power tool. The only thing left to do now is cut out the Kaizen foam for all of my accessories. Kind of hard to get it all in one shot because it's a small shop, but we'll do a walk around here. So on the bottom I've got these kind of industrial gray flip top totes from Home Depot. Top shelf just has whatever will fit in there, air compressor and things. It's a little toolbox or tool bag rather, that I use when I need to go into the house to do something. Same on the other side. Dust port, dust hose up to the saw. And storage drawer. And I ended up finding my my dado plate, so I can do dados next time.
And that's it. That's the whole project. Anything you would have done differently? Anything you think I did wrong? Leave a comment down below. Folks, if you enjoyed that video, go ahead and give it a thumbs up, subscribe to the channel, ring the bell to get notified of new videos every other Saturday, more or less. Leave a comment or question down below, and I'll see you next time on Greg's Workshop.